Welcome to 7 Tips for Behavior Success at Home. I am Delinda Hinnett, a behavior intervention teacher with Behavior Intervention Services, Fairfax County Public Schools. Overview of our presentation today. Parents and guardians will be provided simple steps to develop a positive working relationship with their student. If you ever find yourself saying, "How do I get my child to fill in the blank?" These behavior management tips should help. What is a reinforcer? Anything that your child enjoys. It can be an item, such as an iPad, video games, stuffed animals, or activity, playing outside, riding a bike, watching TV, hugs, even high fives. Why are reinforcers important? They can be used to help you encourage your children to follow directions at home and in other settings. A reinforcer, by definition, is something that will strengthen a behavior, increase the likelihood that the behavior will occur again in the future. For example, you receive a paycheck for going to work, then it is more likely that you will go to work in the future. When you are cold, you put on a sweater, and now you are warm. In the future, when you are cold, you are more likely to put on that sweater. With your child, when working on developing a behavior into their repertoire, the reinforcement needs to be more immediate. Later, after the behavior is more consistent, the reinforcement can be delayed. In other words, if you want your child to sit nicely in a restaurant or clean their room, you're going to have a way to acknowledge those behaviors you want to see. Knowing what your child enjoys will help you help your child make the connection of when I do good behaviors, something good will happen. Catch your child doing good and reinforce their positive behavior. Enjoy this short video from parents.com.
Positive reinforcements means things that we do after a behavior to make it more likely that that behavior will occur again.
Very good. Put it over here.
They include things like smiling at our kids, or giving them our full attention, or giving them a hug. They can also include things like stickers, or points, or a special prize after they've done something nice. It's easy to notice when our children are misbehaving, but we need to make a conscious effort to notice when our children are doing it right. This is what teaches them the right way to behave. Let's say you want your child to do a better job picking up. Well, there's 2 possible approaches. You can yell at them for leaving such a mess all the time, but that's not going to inspire your child to start picking up. If you notice when they pick up a little bit and you said, "Oh, thank you so much, that's really helpful," that's going to inspire your child to do even more picking up. The best kinds of praise for children are the ones that tap into the core components of self-esteem.
Yeah.
Good job.
Nice work.
So we might say to a child, "You worked really hard on this," or "You did it." We can also talk about their impact on other people. We can say, "I really enjoyed hearing you sing," or "That was a very kind thing you did for Sam." A lot of parents wonder about using a good behavior chart. These can be useful for getting over a hump kind of behaviors. Now, we want to be careful not to overuse good behavior charts because they can set up a really unattractive pattern where our children ask us, "So what do I get if I do that?" In general, I prefer natural kinds of positive reinforcement: a smile, a hug, and extra attention, or even some extra privilege that they've earned.
Now, take 1 minute to think about your child's behavior. What's one behavior you'd like to change, you'd like to shape? If your child is doing something that is unsafe, you might want to start with that one. Pick one behavior that you can think about how you would use positive reinforcement to shape that behavior. And think about that behavior while we're looking at the tips today. All right, now you have that behavior in mind. Let's look at our tips. Tip number 1, you are in charge. You decide when your child receives their reinforcer. Don't be afraid to remove or hide reinforcers. Reinforcers should be earned for following instructions at home. Don't remove reinforcers forever. What are rewards that you use at home? As a parent, you are the person setting the tone, the rules for your child's behavior. For example, if your child needs to clean their room, let them know the expectation. When you clean your room, then we will go to the park, or then we will watch a family TV show, etc. Something that your child enjoys. Reinforcers are anything your child likes to do or have. These may be things you already have and are already doing. For example, you are planning a special dessert for dinner. Ask them to do something you want in order to get the dessert. Reinforcers should only be given when the task is completed. Tip number 2, show your child that you are fun. Make interactions with your child an enjoyable experience so that they want to follow your directions to earn more time sharing experiences with you. Practice sharing your thoughts and ideas. Make playtime more fun by showing you are a part of it. If you're playing with your child and the inappropriate behavior begins, stop playing and prompt them by saying, "When you're ready, we will continue." In the following short video, Somewhat Simple gives excellent advice to make chores fun.
Hey guys, welcome back to Somewhat Simple. Hey guys, we have so many fun cleaning ideas on our site that are perfect to get your kids to help with a few chores around the house. Today we are going to show you a few of our favorites. Let's get started. The first idea I'm going to tell you about is one way that my mom used to get us to clean the house when we were little. She would call everybody into the playroom and she would say, okay, everybody has 30 seconds to make as big of a pile as they possibly can of all the toys or the things that are misplaced in the room. So she would give us 30 seconds, and then whoever had the biggest pile would get a point or get a prize or whatever she felt like giving us that day. So we would work for 30 seconds and we'd make this big, huge pile of all these toys, okay? Next, she would say, okay, I'm gonna set the timer for 30 seconds or a minute, however many toys were out actually that day. And she would say, whoever can get rid of their pile of toys fastest gets another prize. So we would work super hard for a minute, or sometimes she would set it like we'd have a minute and then we'd reevaluate where we all were, and then so we'd all be taking care of our piles of toys, and it was like the fastest way to get the entire playroom clean. I've always remembered that tip. I love that idea. It's just super speedy way to clean. The other idea I wanted to show you that helps me nowadays get my kids to clean is to give each kid their own cleaning basket. Now, I keep things in here that are fun for the kids, but they're also useful, and you have to kind of make this age appropriate. I would not necessarily give some air freshener to my youngest, who is probably watching this video right now, because she likes to spray the entire can of aerosol spray. So that may be not a good idea for your younger kids. But for older kids, or even like my 6-year-old, he's pretty good about just 1 or 2 sprays, and it makes them feel like the room's super clean. Let me show you what else I have in here. So I have this duster, and this is one of my kids' favorite things. They really feel like they're getting a whole lot done. But the other thing I have that is good for dusting is a lint roller. And I use this trick. I tell my kids to use this when they're dusting, like their linens or their lampshades, things that I know that this thing, especially after this is used for a while, it's more dusty than clean. This thing is amazing, and the kids love this. I tell them to go over their beds with this, on their comforters. A lint roller is a must in a kid's cleaning kit. I also have a bottle, and I'll either put water in it. Kids just like to spray things, which is totally fine, and they can use one of the rags for this, or you can even put some vinegar if you want them to do the mirrors or whatever with a spray bottle. Again, kid-friendly. We're not using any harsh chemicals on any of this. The most important thing that I keep all around my house, in every single bathroom and in every single kid's cleaning kit, is a package of baby wipes. You guys, we use baby wipes for everything. They wipe down counters, they wipe down toilets. They're so affordable. I don't spend the money necessarily on the Clorox wipes, especially for kids. I might use them like in my kitchen, but for kids, baby wipes are safe and they are fun, and I don't mind if they use 10 or 20 of them on one room. It just means that they are having fun and they're enjoying the cleaning time. One other thing I use the baby wipes for is sometimes I might even use this as a punishment. They'll take a baby wipe and I'll say, okay, wash the baseboards in this entire room or whatever. So baby wipes are super awesome. They are a total must-have. We also have on our kit these cards. Now we have these printables available. I will link them in the blog post. But these are our cleaning kit cards. They basically are just a checklist of different tasks that you can do for each room. So if I hand my kids their cleaning kit and I will say, okay, you are in charge of the bathroom. They will take this and they know all the things that I expect for them to do in the bathroom with their cleaning kit. So that is idea number 1 or 2 and 3, whatever, however many ideas that was.
All right, guys, we have like 500 million bazillion kids chore charts on the blog. Not that many, but pretty darn close. You need to go check them out. This one that Addie's holding is our summer chores, and we've got a few different colors, but there's regular chores. I mean, we got them all. You just fill them out, check them off. You can put them in sheet protectors. You can put them in a frame if you want to just print off one and then use it over and over again, but there's a ton. Go check them out.
Okay, so one other suggestion when it comes to using chore charts, I have found that it is super helpful to micromanage every single chore for your young kids and even like my teenager. So instead of saying, you know, put on the chore chart, go clean your room, I will have every little task that needs to be done in the room. So it's like make your bed, pick up your laundry, put away your toys, tidy this, do that, or whatever, because the kids like to check off. If it like a big chore is just kind of overwhelming for them. So if they are seeing progress and checking everything off at a time, it is so much more helpful. That's what I have at least found with my kids.
And myself.
And you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I don't write a room. I write every little thing down.
It's
And if
much
I've already done it, I write it down so I can check it off.
Oh, good idea, Sarah.
There you go.
Way
There's
to
your
make
last tip.
yourself feel better. Okay. All right, that's it.
All right, guys, we're here every Friday. So come back and see what we're up to next week. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, I think I could reinforce my own doing chores behavior by getting a little basket like that. Those were great ideas. Tip number 3, show your child that you can be trusted. Always say what you mean and mean what you say. If you make a request, your child should not earn reinforcement until they've completed the task or completed the request. Reward direction, not only perfection. What does that mean, always say what you mean and mean what you say? That means don't make empty threats. For example, you're trying to get your kid to do the homework. Maybe you're getting frustrated. You want them to get their homework done. You might be tempted to say something like, if you don't complete your homework, we won't go to your cousins, or we're not going to go out to dinner with our friends. But you can't follow through with that because your cousins are expecting you or your friends are expecting you. Don't make those threats, don't make those requests that you can't follow through on, because then you're not going to be trusted. If you give your child a task to do and they complete the task, but it isn't perfect, you can still reward them. Reward direction, not only perfection. In other words, you want to shape their behavior to move towards perfection. For example, if you ask your child to clean their room first, then you will play a game if their room is clean. And the room is clean, but it's not perfect. They can earn the reward. And the next time you say, hey, the last time you didn't put all your clothes away. Remember, put those clothes away. And make the request fun. Last time it took you 10 minutes. Can you do it in 9? And set a timer. Make it fun. Tip number 4. Show your child that following your directions is to their benefit and the best way for them to obtain what they want. Give your child easy directions as often as possible. Use reinforcers to support appropriate behavior. Give instructions first. Behavior goes where reinforcement flows. If you want to see good behavior, you need to reinforce what you want to see. KVC Parenting Tips gives us 5 ways to reward good behavior.
KVC loves parents. We know that children grow best in families. Do you want to be an awesome parent? This is Parenting Tips with KVC. Today we are talking about how to encourage your child.
Have you asked your child to do something lately and they actually did it? That's awesome and deserves recognition. Here are 5 ways to reinforce your child's good behavior. Be clear in your expectations by giving clear directions. Take notice when your child follows through with instructions. Be generous with praise and attention for good behavior. Be consistent with praise and small rewards for the desired behavior. And use the win-then rule. When the child behaves appropriately, then they earn positive consequence.
Thanks for joining us from Parenting Tips from KVC. Join us next time and be sure to subscribe to our channel. And check out our website to do more things with KVC.
All right, excellent tips for encouragement. Tip number 5, reinforce often. Consistency is essential. Children make the connection that following instructions leads to good things. Reinforcement teaches the child the behaviors that you want to see. In the early stages of establishing behavior momentum, reinforce every time you see the behavior you want to see. Over time, you can vary how often you reinforce. You want to catch them being good. Consistency is important because your child must understand that certain behavior choices results in your child coming in contact with something they value. Good choices result in good things happening. You are teaching your child the behaviors that you want to see. The following short video, again from KVC Parenting Tips, describes balancing discipline and rewards, or the ratio of positive feedback to corrective feedback.
KVC KVC loves parents. We know that children grow best in families. Do you want to be an awesome parent? This is Parenting Tips with KVC. Today we are talking about catching your child being good.
It's important to remember to balance encouragement and limit setting and focus on a 5-to-1 ratio. This means that parents should practice giving their child 5 encouragements to every 1 discipline. This is helpful in maintaining a positive environment and teaching your child positive behaviors. For example, when your child is sitting there quietly on the floor, you want to reinforce that and go over and tell them how they're doing a good job and you appreciate them playing nicely with their toys. It'll go a long way.
Thanks for joining us from Parenting Tips from KVC. Join us next time and be sure to subscribe to our channel. And check out our website to do more things with KVC.
5 encouragements to 1 corrective feedback. You can't go wrong with that. Tip number 6, know what you want them to do and utilize every opportunity. Observe your child to learn what they are willing to work for. Screen time may not be their only reinforcer. Spending quality time with you may be just as reinforcing to them. Time with parents and guardians is so important, and it is free. Know what you want them to do and utilize every opportunity. If you have a trip to the park or the dollar store or a special dessert planned, use this to your advantage. When you complete your homework, then we will go to the dollar store, or then we will get the special dessert. Tip number 7, follow through. Show your child that they will not earn reinforcement when they misbehave or they do not follow your directions. Simply put, they don't get the reinforcer. This is the most difficult part. You may want to have a script, something in mind that you're going to use when your child is not following your directions. You might say something like, I guess we are done. Walk away and do not reinforce till the task is done. They can earn it later, and sometimes tomorrow is another chance. A perfect example is something we often see in the grocery store. You're in the checkout line. The store has strategically placed the candy and the goodies at the checkout line. So this child starts screaming, having a meltdown because they want their candy. Mom is trying to pay to get out of the store. The mom is embarrassed. She can't get the money out. She turns, she grabs the candy, she pays for it, and she hands it to the child. This is reinforcement gone wrong because mom just reinforced that behavior we don't want to see. So in the future, at the checkout line, when the child wants the candy, they're going to scream and have a meltdown again. A better option in this scenario is before you go to the store, you go, okay, we're going to the store today. We've got our list. You're going to check off the items as we're looking for them. And when you do a good job, you're going to get a treat when we're done. And then you follow through. You go to the grocery store, you make it fun. They check off the items on the list. You go through the line, they behave, everything's great, and you give them a special treat. That's reinforcement. And that's following through. The following video from Smarter Parenting is about effective, positive rewards.
My name is Ben. I'm a dad to 4 great and sometimes challenging kids. In a different Smarter Parenting lesson, I shared the importance of effective negative consequences that will decrease your child's negative behaviors. Now I want to tell you how to increase positive behaviors using effective positive rewards. Effective positive rewards is just as powerful as effective negative consequences as it increases the frequency of positive things your child does. And what parent wouldn't want that? Everyone likes receiving positive rewards. Effective positive rewards reinforces the things your child is doing well and motivates them to keep doing it. According to research, there are 5 components that make rewards for positive behavior effective. If you have seen the effective negative consequences lesson, these will be familiar. Positive rewards needs to be immediate, needs to be the right degree or size, needs to be consistent, needs to be important to the child, needs to be varied. Does this look familiar? It should. These are the same 5 things that make effective consequences work. The difference is, with effective positive rewards, parents are looking to motivate their child to keep doing the positive things. If a reward isn't working, it's because it's missing one of these components, or one of the components needs to be adjusted. Immediate means a reward should be given as soon as possible after the positive behavior. This will help your child connect the reward with their positive behavior. As children grow older, they can actually connect rewards over longer periods of time. Here's a tip. Little children benefit from rewards that happen the same day. Older children can wait longer. You'll know the difference for what works best for your child. Degree or size means how big or small the reward is. Based on what your child does, the effective reward should match the size of the positive behavior. Here's a tip. It's better to give smaller, immediate rewards over time versus one huge reward now. It is okay to keep rewards simple. Consistent means you follow through with a reward every time the behavior happens. Here's a tip. To be consistent, have a list of rewards beforehand. We have a list to help you on our website. Important means the effective rewards have to be meaningful to your child. For example, allowing your child more time with friends, additional video game time, or activities they enjoy can all be used as rewards. So here's a tip. You'll find what's meaningful to your child if you observe them. Watch what they do in their free time. Vary the reward. You will need to switch up the rewards you give your child. You should use a variety of rewards for positive behaviors. If you use the same rewards over and over and over again for everything, rewards become less effective. Here's another tip. Understand that your child is going to change, and you need to adjust rewards when it stops being effective. Giving your child a sticker isn't going to work forever. Let me tell you about a personal situation with my 10-year-old son, Michael. Michael and I had some problems because he used to lie to me about doing his chores. I was able to fix this problem using effective negative consequences. But now that he was doing his chores and being honest about it, I wanted to reinforce his good behavior and motivate him to continue doing it. What I found is that spending time with friends is motivating to him right now. We have it set up for Michael to do chores as soon as he returns home from school before he can do anything else. So now, as soon as Michael completes his chores, he's earned 15 minutes to text his friends to find out what is happening and if they want to get together later. If Michael is able to complete his homework assignments, then he is allowed 2 hours of time to play with friends. I was consistent by being sure he had finished his chores before allowing him to play with his friends. Sometimes it meant having him show me completed chores using his phone when I was at work. This reward is something that is important to him, not only because he asks for it all the time, which he does, but because it's how he chooses to spend his free time. This reward works for us now, but he is already asking for more time with friends, so we will be adjusting when he can do his chores so it allows him more time with his friends. I'm willing to do this because he's getting older, it's motivating for him, and I want to reward him for positive things he's doing. If he struggles with the new arrangement, we will reassess and go back to the way it was working. I realized how important it was to use all 5 components with every reward, because it helped me give rewards that mean something to him. It was easier for him to keep doing something positive after being rewarded for it, and that has improved our relationship. Being a dad has its challenges. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying. Effective positive rewards has brought me closer to my son. It It has taught him the life lesson that positive behaviors can lead to positive rewards. Effective positive rewards are even more effective when combined with the skill of effective praise. You can watch this skill on the Smarter Parenting website. Effective positive rewards changed my life, and it will change yours. Check out our website.
Positive rewards for positive behavior, a win-win. I hope you found this training helpful. For more information and resources to support the success of all students, contact the Parent Resource Center by phone at 703-204-3941 or email at prc@fcps.edu. You can reach them on the web at www.fcps.edu/resources/family engagement/parent resource center. Have a wonderful day.